Hello, my El Paso lovers. In this video, we're going to discuss the pros and the cons of a new construction home versus a resale home. By the way, I'm getting a drone next week, so I'm going to be bringing you guys some amazing footage of homes and the communities that builders are currently building in, so you can get a real good idea of how those communities look like, how dense they are, the traffic, the buildings near their businesses, all of that. But for now, let's go ahead and put new construction head to head with a resale home. Now, the most obvious comparison is that one costs more than the other, but how much more? Well, that really depends on if you're going with a custom home builder or a production builder and what area of El Paso that you're going to be in. Because I've seen some production builders on west side El Paso, which is a real desired area, for $219 a square foot. And I've seen that exact same home from that exact same builder on east side El Paso for $150, $170 a square foot. But for the most part, a new construction home is going to be around $150 to $170 a square foot, and a resale home is going to be around $132 to $170 a square foot. Now, this can range because of unique scenarios like a desired location, the 79902, a studio in the back of the home. But for the most part, it's going to be at that. But let's go ahead and visualize this through some homes that are currently available, new and resale. For an ACU comparison, I use two homes that are of similar size and location, but there's going to be a 6-year age difference. Now, the first home is listed at $379,950, and the second one is listed at $315,000. That $315,000 is the resale home, and it's actually likely that it's going to sell for more than that $315,000 mark. That's a $64K difference and a $21 per square foot difference. New construction allows you to pick out the colors of your home, the light fixtures, the tile, and all things like that, and not just be thrown into somebody's midlife crisis decision. But all jokes aside, everybody does like to pick their colors, but this is only acceptable if you have the time to build. If a home that you're about to purchase that's new is too far along, sometimes even 6 months away from completion, you might not be able to pick your colors in this market because of the delays that builders are facing. Another point for new construction is that you know the materials that are going into your home. If your realtor is knowledgeable in it, they'll be able to tell you exactly what materials are going into your home. And if not, you can actually see the materials that are being used for your home as it goes from dirt to foundation, framing, sheetrock, and ultimately completion. Now, some would argue that older homes were actually built better than new construction homes. And you know what? I see 150-year-old stone homes that are still standing beautifully here today in El Paso. And at the same time, I see homes from the 1940s that are completely falling apart. My point here is that there was good work done back then, and there was also bad work, just how there's good work and bad work done in today's age. Now, back then, they did use some good materials like plaster for the walls that could withstand 3,000 pounds per square inch, opposed to the sheetrock we have in our new homes that can't withstand my knuckle. But they're both going to have their pros and cons. New construction definitely has some revolutionary materials and technology. You have smart homes, Energy Star certified homes, and old homes also have their advantages. Next up are the communities. When you buy a used home, you're in an established neighborhood and you're close to so many businesses. In some cases, when you buy a new home, you're in a newer community and just far away from everything. Now, something to keep in mind is that with El Paso not being so big, traffic being fairly light, if you're far away from everything in a new community, you're at most 20 minutes away from everything. Something also to keep in mind is that newer communities tend to be safer because I've noticed just by doing my personal research that the crime rate is lower in these newer communities compared to ones that are already established. The warranty. You'll typically get a 1-year warranty on workmanship such as your countertop starts cracking in your new home for a year, 2 years of things behind the walls, and 10 years on your foundation. Now, for a used home, you can still buy these types of warranty, but the advantage here for a new home is that warranty is already embedded in the price. Another advantage of a resale home that some people would consider advantage is that you're getting the character out of that home that was built earlier, 20, 30, 40, 70 years ago, opposed to living in a cookie cutter. Now, for new construction homes, builders do have these rules where they're not going to build the exact same home right next to each other. However, that exact same home of yours might still be on the same block. Now, if you don't have a lot of cash up front, new construction might be the route for you in today's market, especially with used homes needing a lot of cash up front to compete with 5, 10, sometimes even 20 other buyers competing for that exact same move-in ready home. And for new construction, the builder typically has a lender that will pay your closing costs. Now, something to keep in mind for a new home is that you're going to be building, sometimes for 9, 10 months. So the realtor you're working with, you have to be confident in them because you're going to have to rely on them for a longer period of time opposed to a resale home. So you want to make sure that's the realtor for you. They're going to fight for you. They know what's going on in new construction. Now that I've listed the most important topics to keep in mind of a new construction home versus a resale, let's talk about the market that we are specifically in. Now, what I'm about to say won't apply to you if you're watching far in the future, hopefully. But right now, homes are selling over asking price, and there's a lot of competition. To simplify it, there's more buyers than there is homes for sale. And for every one home, there's at least 5 buyers for that home. Now, this is a whole topic in itself, and we can get into it in another video, but for now, let's keep it basic. Now, because of this, resale homes are going over asking price, and a lot of people are switching over to new construction. But since so much people are switching over to new construction, since you don't have to put that much cash up front, there's a lot of demand for new construction, just as there is for resales. And this is affecting the new construction market because builders are limiting what changes they'll allow buyers to do to their homes. Some of their most popular floor plans are going fast as soon as they come up from the dirt stage, and their $220,000 to $250,000 price range is kind of a rare find right now. So if you're getting a new construction home, you might have to make some sacrifices in terms of maybe it's not the size of the home you wanted, the community, the price range, or the location, or other specific scenarios. Now, if you have the time to build and you're in no rush whatsoever, you could just work with a diligent realtor that will determine what floor plan and builder that you're in love with, and as soon as that floor plan comes available with that builder, he'll notify you or she'll notify you ASAP. All in all, in this market that we're in, you're going to have to make some sacrifices to get into your dream home. They both have their pros and cons.